Hello everybody, bonjour tout le monde, and welcome to the Wine with Jimmy channel here on the world of YouTube. So welcome to this wine educational channel designed to help you get more out of wine. Certainly if you are studying wine for those dreaded wine qualifications and examinations. Here we have a series on the WSET Level 4 Diploma. And this is on the world of Alsace, the exciting, wonderful world of Alsace. So it's a 9-part series, a multi-series, where the first 3 parts, including this one, part 2, is available as free content on the world of YouTube. But parts 4 to 9 are only available on my e-learning portal. That's at www.winewithjimmy.com. Go across there for all of your wine educational needs, including things like flashcards, revision sessions, short written answer questions, multiple choice questions, and of course, lots of exclusive video content. And it's ad-free in comparison to YouTube. During this video and after the video, indeed, if you do have any comments, questions or concerns, you can get in touch with me here at Wine with Jimmy. Please make sure you pop a comment or question in the section below this video. And whilst you are down there writing away, please make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe for weekly updates from us here at Wine with Jimmy. Also, the social media at the bottom of every slide is there for you if you wish to use that means, if you are that way inclined. Anywho, let's rock and roll into climate. A shorter presentation, but just looking at the general climatic conditions and weather patterns that affect this quite wonderful wine region. As we mentioned on part 1, Alsace is located in northeast France. And despite this very northerly latitude, it actually enjoys quite warm, sunny, and an unusually dry climate. And that's more due to the topography here, the wonderful rain shadow effect caused by the Vosges Mountains here in eastern France. This area is dominated by white production, 90%, and we'll get into the key grape varieties in part 4 and part 5 of this multi-part series. So here we are in terms of Alsace. There is a map of the wine region on the left-hand side. Seeing the blue splodges are all of the vineyards, stretching from pretty much the capital city here of Strasbourg, going down through Colmar towards Mlaus in the southern part. So all of this area just here. So also I've included this map because it actually clearly identifies the latitude that we have here. So you'll see there's a latitudinal line just here, and there's another one down here. And the bottom one is 48 north, and the one above it is 48.5 north. So this is really quite high up in latitude in the northern hemisphere. So this northerly latitude results in a rather wonderfully gentle, long growing season, the equivalent that you would find in somewhere like Germany, for example. And this is really because of the tilt of the Earth's axis means that during months like August and September, you have quite long sunny days. We are looking at sunshine hours having the potential of around 14 to 16 hours per day, which is quite a lot. So you're able to, of course, ripen grapes quite nicely. So high sunshine hours can really be created here, and that ripens the grapes. It's actually one of the beautiful factors that means that the whites here can have great concentration. You know, really good complex Rieslings. Pinot Gris can be some of the best in the world. Your things like Gewürz, of course, obviously has a lot of intensity behind it. and many others as well. And even the Silvaner here is absolutely lovely. So northerly latitude, long growing season. And now we're talking about the location. The location of Alsace, of course, is in that kind of north, but mainly easterly part of France, right on the frontier of the Rhine River, bordering, of course, Germany. And this location means that it is landlocked. It is not near any ocean. And this gives it a continental climate, which of course means that winters get very cold. There's lots of snow, quite bitter, in fact. And then, of course, the warm, sunny summers. And this is the big difference here of continentality, the difference between the seasons of summer and winter. There's also a marked diurnal difference as well. The diurnal difference is especially marked on higher sites, and this helps to retain the acidities. Diurnal differences, remember, being the difference between the daytime and the nighttime. So you've got nice, warm, sunny days in summer, and then you'll have these quite cold nights where it drops significantly in degrees. And this means that you end up actually refreshing the grapes. It helps to protect the acidities within the grape. So it helps maintain those rather high acids despite the long and sunny conditions in play. I'd already mentioned, very importantly here, we have the Vosges Mountains. Now, westerly winds can come across France. They originate from the Gulf Stream, and of course this hits places like Bordeaux, the Loire, and then it comes across central France. A lot of it is pushed up towards the Paris Basin, and that's going up towards Belgium and Holland and that way. But some of it comes across here. Some of it is buffered by the Massif Central in the sort of southern section of France, central and southern section. Some is a little bit buffered by things like the Côte around Burgundy, but some will come across here as well. And by the time it actually reaches here and forms on the western side of the Vosges Mountains, so that's away from the vines, it's gathered quite a lot of moisture at this point. So therefore, when it actually comes across to the Vosges Mountains, which in some points is in excess of 1,000 meters. So there's a fair big expanse of a mountain range here. The mountains will protect those easterly vineyards from the westerly wind. And in fact, on that western side of the Vosges Mountains, so if you're on the Vosges Mountains facing west, looking towards central France, the rainfall here can get up to 2,000 millimeters per year. That's wet, 3 times as wet as London, United Kingdom. And that's a shocking thing to think about. Now, on the other side, where we find our vineyards in the foothills of the eastern side of the Vosges Mountains, we actually find rainfall levels very low because it's very much protected. Your text will say moderate rainfall, but to be brutally honest, it's low here. So we're talking 450 to 600 millimeters per annum. In the diploma, it says 600, but a lot of meteorological reports will talk around 450, 500. So I've put 450 to 600 millimeters per year as a guide range for you. And this is exceptionally dry. It actually puts it on par with the Roussillon down in the south of France in terms of the amount of dryness. And of course, this may cause some problems. The low rainfall means that summer drought can be an issue, and current irrigation is not permitted. So irrigation is currently not permitted for AOC wines. However, the rain does tend to be, of what rain you find, does tend to be spread throughout the year, with the wettest months actually in summer, and you have August, and the driest normally in the autumn around September and October, which means quite a protected harvest. But still, the rainfall's not too bad. The August rainfalls don't tend to create a huge amount of mildew or rot problems. And that's actually hence why there's some of the highest percentages of organic and biodynamic viticulture in Alsace per its region. But there can be some issues with flowering and fruit set, although it is not as evident as other wine regions that don't have the Vosges protection, like Jura, for instance, in the Alps. And the last point really to talk about here is the foehn effect. Now, another drying influence is this foehn wind. This is a warm wind that both raises the temperature and reduces the incidence of fungal disease, so reducing the disease pressure. Now, how does this work? Well, the rising winds on the windward side, that's on the left-hand side of this diagram you can see, will expand and cool, resulting in rain and snow, as it's being depicted on this diagram. This changes the vapor to liquid, of course, because of course you are creating rainfall, and it results in heating and warming and drying on the leeward side, which is on the right-hand side of this picture. And this is kind of what we call the rain shadow effect. So yeah, just to reiterate, the vineyards that are grown on that leeward side, therefore, are going to be affected by these warming and drying winds. Another foehn effect is, say, like the Zonda wind in the Mendoza area. It's got a slight variation to it, but quite similar. And also in places like La Rioja, you have the same sort of effect from the Cantabrian mountain range. So that's really it for the climatic part of the diploma text for Alsace. The next video that we will look at, which is also available here on YouTube, is talking around the wonderful world of geology and topography. So get ready for soil formations and fault lines, and of course the mosaic of terroirs that Alsace can have. As always, if you do have any comments, questions or concerns, you can get in touch with me here at Wine with Jimmy. And that's done by commenting on this video on YouTube. Please make sure you click like or subscribe, or both. Social media is also at the bottom of every slide if you'd like to get in touch, if you are that way inclined. Otherwise, that really means I have to sign off now. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you do find yourself in London, in the United Kingdom, then come and see me. It'll be a delight and a pleasure. Come and see us for a class, a glass, or a bottle. I've been Jimmy Smith. Ciao for now.